Fiona is bearing down on us, and it looks like it might hit us as a Cat 1. What a disaster. The weather here is changing every 2 minutes or so.
One of the boats from the mooring field broke loose.
I'm Kristen, and this is Matt. We've spent the last 4 years sailing our $5,000 Craigslist boat to some of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. From spearfishing in South Andros, Bahamas, staying in a treehouse and riding horses through the rainforest of the Dominican Republic, to even dodging hurricanes in Puerto Rico. We could have never imagined what this adventure would become. After gaining more sailing experience, we knew we had to make some serious upgrades to our boat if we wanted to keep this journey going. So we decided to go all in with our 40-year-old boat and get a new engine. We soon realized that we were in for more projects than we originally planned on. There's going to be some major changes coming up, so hit subscribe and join us for the journey. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. Unfortunately, today we have a little bit of a change in our current filming. We have our, I think it's right now, a tropical storm Fiona coming.
Fiona, the Shrek wife. Terrible. Yeah, tropical storm Fiona is bearing down on us, and it looks like it might hit us as a Cat 1. We're definitely going to get the worst of the weather. It's, you know, a day before it's going to get here now, so it's kind of lined up and it's more or less where it's going to go. It could always shoot a little bit further south. From what I'm seeing, it could go a little bit further south, I think, over tonight, but either way, we're going to be getting bad weather, and so we have to prep the boat, which means we have to get rid of our air conditioner, get rid of our head sail, get rid of our mainsail, get rid of our dodger, and then I can't take the bimini off because it's a hard top and it's all wired in, and I think it's just going to be a Cat 1, so I don't have to get crazy, but I am going to put some strap down lines on that, and then additional lines for the dock, and I might even drop an anchor or two out the back. Not sure about that one yet, but I might do it.
So we got big plans, and we got to save our brand new yacht. So everyone's around the community, around the marina, are all tying up their boats, and we got to get on it.
Yep.
So here we go.
Let's go. First thing I'm going to do is just unclip my mainsail, or my stay sail, excuse me. It's already in a bag, so I just have to unclip it and throw it down below.
Alright, next we're taking down our mainsail. The storms are coming in, it's getting windy, and it's not even the day the storm's going to be here yet, so I'm not feeling very good about this.
Alright, so the storms are rolling through. Obviously we timed that last one poorly. As soon as we got out there to take the sail off, it started pouring and blowing probably 30 knots. So now that the storm just went by, it's very calm. We're going to go try to get our head sail loose because I don't want that thing out there flapping in any type of breeze. Let's go. The weather here is changing every 2 minutes or so. So by the time you get into one project where you're diddling with a sail, it starts blowing like 30, 40, and it's crazy and you can't handle the sail. So we've been running around like chickens with our head cut off. Sorry if the video is all over the place up to this point, but we're back on track now. We're waiting. We got one sail down completely. We're just going to put that inside the boat and get that stowed away. And then we got to get our Dodger off And that's it. We're checking it. We're checking things off the list. We're getting more safer. You feeling safer, honey?
I'm feeling fine so far. The wind hasn't picked up too much.
So far, so good. It just comes in bursts off these little storms.
Do you think we're gonna be able to recover that glass? Don't say that. It's pretty cloudy.
Pretty banged up. It's only a couple years old, but that's what happens when you save 20 bucks.
Oh, almost got it to the dome ski. It's now time for the furler to finally come down. The wind is now calm. It's our time.
Alright guys, so the wind keeps picking up. Every time I go to unfurl this, the wind doubles and triples. Obviously I cannot take it down because I'll sail into this boat right next to me. What a disaster. That's the one thing I don't really like about CDI furlers is they are kind of hard to take down when you're in a situation like this. They have a really thin groove that under any sort of load gets a ton of friction and a ton of pressure, and it's hard to take apart.
We couldn't get that sail folded on top of the boat. We couldn't get it folded on the dock. So we're going down to the grass now so we can pull it all the way out. It's just a massive sail. I don't know why it's so big. I think it's bigger than our boat, which doesn't seem right. So how do you feel, Matt?
I feel good, and I knew that I would.
He's not feeling good. He has a giant sail on his back.
We'll just do it right here.
How does success feel, Matt?
Success feels good. The weather cooperated and it went directly around us just for the short time we needed to get this done. I got my little 1/2-inch ropes, but obviously this storm I want to have all my big 1-inch lines available. So I got a 3/4 line here and a 1-inch line here. I want to have that rope available because it stretches better than the ones I have on here. These are non-stretch, so obviously that's going to put all the shock load on the dock and on my cleats, which are already pretty suspect here at Isleta Marina. So you know, they come up every now and again. It's like a scratch off. But yeah, so I'm gonna get that ready, and then I'm gonna get another anchor prepared in case I need to put another anchor out throughout this ordeal. You know, who knows what's gonna happen tomorrow. Maybe hitting the fan, I gotta Aquaman swagger into the drink and save my boat. Alright guys, so since I got the cheapest slip in this gangster area, my slip came with 2 cleats, which is great for normal weather, but this is not normal weather. So what I'm going to do here is
And you lost one.
Yeah, one fell off over there the other day, or like some days ago, a week after I got here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of jumping on the same side that I'm on, I'm going to go across, because there's an empty cleat there and an empty cleat over there. So those are empty. I'm gonna get those prepped because they are across the entire dock. So I'm just gonna get those ready so that when the bad weather's coming, all I have to do is run down here and add those on. If it's getting really crazy, I don't wanna stretch across the dock and have people tripping over if they're running over to get to their boat. So these will be set up for last minute, but we're just setting them up so that we can win if we have to. All right, Kristen got a nice foot shot for all you preverts out there that like to stare at people's feet. But okay, I'll wound this up and let's see how far I can throw it if this is an emergency. Yeah, boy. That's about a 40-foot throw. You know, back in high school, I'd have thrown it right over the mountains.
Yeah.
Believe that.
All right, guys. So all of the flying projectiles are now put away. No fishing poles, no nothing are outside. We got our lines tied up, our sails down, our dodger off. I think we're pretty much ready for tomorrow's storm.
Yeah, we made it catch as little wind as possible. I still may come out and put some lines on my hardtop just so that, you know, it gives them a little something extra. And I may come out and put an anchor out as well. I'm still kind of just waiting to see exactly how it goes. And the storm's supposed to be hitting a little bit later, you know, tomorrow morning and all day. But I think I'll be able to run out here and jump in the water with my fins on and do what I gotta do if I gotta do some crazy stuff. But I'm sure it'll be an adventure. I hope not. I hope nothing at all happens and it's just a boring video and I gotta say, dang guys, I did all this and got sunburnt for no reason out there on that deck today. But, you know, time will tell. We'll see. We got our mouthpieces in though. We got our hands wrapped. We got the Vaseline on the cheeks. So, you know, we ready to, you know, if Fiona really want to get with it, we're here to get with it.
No,
So
stop threatening her. Anyways, we'll see you guys back tomorrow
see you then.
for the storm.
All right, y'all, so it's the next day. Pretty windy out here. Don't know if you can hear me, but oh, someone didn't tie his halyard up. Either way, it's getting pretty windy out here. Just coming to check my ropes from last night. We got some 30 to 40, nothing crazy, but still coming out to see if anything moved.
Alright guys, so it's around 7 p.m. and the storm has slowed down, so it's taking longer to get here, and like all horrible storms, they come at nighttime. So they've pretty much shut down our entire island and our elevator doesn't work, so if something starts going wrong, we're gonna have to take that trek and run down 9 flights of stairs.
Yep, in the midst of the night when I hear all the it's gonna wake me up like it did last night, and I'll be running down the stairs since the elevator is no longer in commission. But hopefully nothing too crazy happens and it's just uneventful. But I think it's gonna get kind of crazy at like 3 in the morning is when we're supposed to get the worst weather, and then it's supposed to be pretty bad all day tomorrow. So we'll see.
We'll see. Stay tuned.
Alright y'all, so it's 8 a.m. Things are getting buck wild out there. We're starting to get a little bit of rock side to side with the south wind. I gotta go out and make sure my bing bongs are proper because
Your bing bongs?
I don't want it leaning over and hitting that little broken dock, so I gotta run down there and see it.
He doesn't mean bing bongs, he means fenders.
Fenders, my fenders.
Well, you better be careful because I'm not advising you to go out in this weather, and coconuts could fly.
I'll be fine.
Keep a lookout.
Probably not at all, but it's blowing about 60, maybe a little over 60, and one of the boats from the mooring fields broke loose. It was pretty wild. Good Lord. And it was smashed into a buddy of mine's boat that was just out here fixing his boat, putting his fenders out, doing all the, you know, the preparation. The guy that's boat hit him, I didn't see him out doing anything, so I tried to do the best I could, threw some ropes out for him. Hope they hold. I hope it works out. They're supposed to turn to the south, which will take that boat off of that other boat here shortly. So hopefully it goes good, but our boat was looking really good, so we'll keep you posted.
Alright, so here I am going up 9 flights of stairs because they preemptively cut the power to the elevators, which was probably wise. We should lose power eventually. So, as much as it sucks walking up the stairs, it would suck worse being stuck in an elevator. 47. So as I was just telling you, coming up the stairs, the power is going to be going out soon. It's 9 a.m. here. I've been running around this morning, and I came up to cook some breakfast.
Before the power went out.
Yeah, I just laid my 4 strips of bacon down, and then the power went out. So you can hear a slight sizzle
now
here.
you get to smell the bacon, but not eat it.
It's horrible, but it's a slight sizzle. So I don't think the heat from that pan is going to keep it kicking up. Maybe it will. Maybe we'll get some finished bacon there, but
I don't think so.
it's looking like it's going to be a couple of yogurts for us today. And I got my coffee pre-made. We did this last night, trying to be smart because we knew that our coffee maker probably wouldn't be working by the morning. So we made it to 9 a.m. I'm happy about that, unfortunate, and God bless everybody else in Puerto Rico. I know this is bad. The south side's getting a lot worse. Our good friends at Marina de Salinas, where we spent some time, feeling for them because they're getting the worst of it. We're getting, I'm guessing, up to 70. Sucks that boat broke loose. I know you're not supposed to help them and touch them. I'm probably in like legal risk trying to do that, but I saw my boys come out and fixing up their boat and tying up their boat, and I couldn't just sit there and watch La Rustic bang into it. So threw some tie downs on it. It should be fine because it's going to turn south here and it's just going to be up against the break wall, which it would have been either way. Not the break wall, the dock. La Muelle. But yeah, eventful morning. Sucks about the bacon.
Really starting to pick up.
Alright, that one was pumping. I had my wind reader, thanks to Missy, and it shorts out. It only goes up to 65, so it went up to 65, and then it definitely went harder than that. So we're getting some gusts, 65 plus. We could knock it down. So that was.
Gotta keep an eye out.
Yeah, that was a little blow. This is crazy. Like wind is coming through this floor.
We got one boat going away to sea. Lost one boat from the anchorage. Alright guys, so it's Monday morning. Yesterday we pretty much stayed in the house, besides Matt came out and checked on the boat a few times. That was like the worst part of the storm, and the wind really came by. As you guys saw in the video, one boat got lost from the anchorage. I'm not sure if that was someone's boat or if it was just a old boat that was out here, but it's now up on the rocks on that mountainside.
Yep, it's gone, lost to us forever, but it was probably a boat that was on its way out. Didn't have a lot of features, you know, really small boat, kind of like even like a motor sailing small boat, so it's just a vessel that probably no one really wanted anymore, and it's been outdone. by
It
its
sounds
predecessors.
rude. Someone probably loved that boat.
And
at
it got
some
left.
point.
It got left to the dust. So at some point, somebody probably loved it a great deal. But it sucks. It was always sad. But if that's the worst that happened, then we're fortunate as an island. But the west side and the south side got it a little worse. And central, the central got really, really bad flooding. So we were actually, even though we got 70-mile-an-hour gusts, and there was some damage here, and obviously we're all without power, but we got the least of. We were fortunate. The other part of the island parts got a lot worse than we did. So prayers for them. But everybody's tough here. We'll be all right. And not too scary of a storm, but we might be moving on the boat. You used to say 2 weeks. We might be moving right back on, because it's not like the last blackout where it was an isolated incident. The entire island, it seems, well, the entire island is out, but it seems like there was some damage to the infrastructure, the roads, bridges, etc. So it could take longer to get it done. And,
We're just going to have to wait to see how the power comes. We're going to, down at our boat, we do have, a generator, our solar panels. We'll have to maybe set up my new propane stove to cook.
We do have like half a tank of propane, a couple gallons. I got 3 or 4 gallons of
Our
gasoline.
problem is that we took care of our boat and we forgot to take care of ourselves. So
Yeah,
we're running low on water and food. So we kind of screwed that up.
We prioritized the boat safety and taking down all the sails and getting all that taken care of. We didn't get a lot of food. We have enough food.
We have food, but we gotta cook.
And we can
some.
make water here. So I have 3 gallons of gasoline in the generator. If for whatever reason it's cloudy, it's not like the last blackout, because the last blackout was just a problem. An iguana crawled into the thing and blew up the place, but it was still sunny every day, so we were making tons of power. It's going to be rainy all day today, so we're going to make no power. And tomorrow it's going to probably be pretty spotty as well. So that's already 2 days that we're not making power. So it's a little different than the last time we did this. We can come in here, but I do have some gasoline for the generator as well. So for 3 gallons, I can run... I can probably make 200 gallons of water with just that much gasoline. So that's what I'm saving the gasoline for, because I can, always go eat land crabs. I can build a fire and I can eat shrimps. You can make lobster scampi for us.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video to see what it's like in a hurricane
Hopefully
in
you
Puerto
didn't enjoy
Rico.
it. Hopefully you found it interesting. If you enjoyed watching us suffer and be horrified in Puerto Rico get pummeled, shame. But if you were interested and say, wow, that was a unique perspective on something I didn't have to live through or get to live through. So, I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, make sure you hit subscribe. And for our Patreon, you could always sign up on there and you get to see the updates. A lot of people are wondering what was happening with us.
Yeah.
We did make an update video for our Patreon showing them how we did this whole boat prep during the actual storm. When you guys see this, it's probably going to be a week after the actual
It
storm.
will be a distant memory.
So check that out, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. And hopefully we're surviving out here. Hopefully the power is back by next episode, but it might not be. See you guys later. Bye.